Hi everyone, welcome to my video number 6. For today's I'll talk on continue talk on operators, especially on plus minus operators, increment and decrement, and also the logical expression if n relational operators. Okay, so for the increment and decrement operator that we use increment and decrement operator. So we use like a plus for increment. We have plus x or x plus. We will look into this thing. And for the decrement operator we have minus, then we have minus x and x minus 1. What's the difference between these two? If we put it before the variable and we put it after the variable. So if you look at your notes, look at your notes. So we have here this two operator x plus and plus x means we have x equal to x plus 1, which means we increase x by 1. Increase x by 1. But what is the difference on these two? I'll explain that a bit later. As well as for the decrement, we have y minus or minus y. So this means that y is equal to y minus 1. So here this x here is the old value of x. Okay, this x we have given earlier somewhere here. Let's say x, if x here is equal to, for example, 5, then this new x will give you 5 plus 1, that give you 6. So this is a new value of x, this is the old new of x. As well as here y, this is a old value of y, this is a new value of y. Okay, and this is couple of combination of the expression. We have x equal to a times b plus. What does this mean? So you can write this in C. You can write this so it become shorter and it's look more compact as compared as this. Just give the same meaning here. So okay, let's me explain this a little bit. So if you have x, you have x times a, x times b, and b is equal to b plus 1, where in short we can write this as x equal to a times b plus. Okay, what does this mean? If at the earlier stage, let's say somewhere here, we give x equal to, let's say 2, b we give equal to 4, see? Okay, so what happens if we print out the value of x and b after this process? Okay, we print out the value of b after this process. So we have x, this is old value, which is 2. Okay, this is b, which is 4. So we have x is equal to 2 times 4, that give you 8. So this x have a value 8 now. And then next is b plus 1. So b is equal to 4 plus 1, you get 5. So we have b equal to 5. So this will give you the final output if you do this process. Okay, all right. If you still cannot see this, so let me give you let's say full example. Our program say, let's say you have include here, right? You have include math, standard input output, and you have include math. Then we begin with main, that, and we have those things, and down there we have that. Okay, in between there, let's say I want to do this. So here our variable is x b, all right, where x we have a specific value of x, specific value of b. So I can declare x and b, let's say integer x, integer b, I can put it here, b, all right, and then I can give the value x equal to 2, b equal to 4, right? Okay, you can put comma here, but if your programming give error, then you can put that and then bring this down here. All right, and then we do those operation. We have x equal to x times b, then we write b equal to b plus 1. Then you can print the value of x and y. Print x equal to percentage of d, and b equal to percentage of d. So we have those, and then we have x and we have b. That. So if you do this program, I think you can play around with this in C compiler in your computer, so you can do this. It's a very simple programming to get used to it. Okay, and then if you compile and run this program, it will give you x equal to x equal to 8. Yeah, the output will have x. We have here x equal to, so x equal to x, and b equal to 5. This is the output you have. Okay, so these two statements you can make it compact by writing x equal to 8 times b plus plus. So try this. If you don't try, then you don't know. Okay, you just try this out. Write in the C program, just a simple program, before we go to a more complicated statement of C. Okay, this is just a simple, just a plus minus, and then you may also try that instead of this, okay, you put one more. Let's say I put y equal to a times plus b. See what happened, and then you can I think this we need different. Give it different numbers. Let's say C here, and you give C one value here, another C. Let's say 5 or whatever it is. Okay, and then print y and print C. Okay, then you can also do the increment. You can try for the increment. You can try for the increment this one. Yeah, so we have x is a times b, so minus b. What happened here? In this case, reduce the number, then multiply. Okay? We reduce number b by 1, and then we multiply. So it gives you different answer. Okay, try to write a simple program as I suggest just now, and then we have here like what we call as post increment example. Here integer counts, integer index, we give the value of index 6, and then after that we have this statement counts equal to index plus plus. So what does this mean? So so it means that we get the value of counts first. So in this case, count is equal to index, so count is 6, and then we add up or increase index by 1. So it's just the same as that. Okay, so index, count is index, and then index is equal to index plus 1. So in this case, the output become, so count, the initial value is 6, then index you add up by 1, so 7. So the final value of count will be 6 and index will be 7. Alright, so for the pre-increment, if you look at like this, alright, look at the difference. This is index plus plus, but this one is plus plus index. So what happened here, we increase index first, and then we give it the value index to counts. Okay, so we increase the value index first, then we give the new value of index into count. So if you write, it's just the same as this. So index is index plus 1. So the initial value of index here is 6. You increase by 1, so that gives you 7. Then this new value of index give it to count. So count value 7. So the difference between this, you can see count in this case has a value 6, whereas in this case count has a value 7. Okay, so you can do the same for the decrement. Okay, this is index minus minus, which means we give the odd value index to counts, then we decrease the index. So in this case, we have minus minus index, which means we decrease the index first, then we give the new value of index into counts. Okay, and then yeah, you can always try this in the simple program, very simple short program, just 2-3 line programming. Try to run it and then see it for yourself, because programming you need to do some practice, in fact a lot of practice, to get used to it, yeah, before we go to the more difficult problem, more complicated problem, and more operator that we need to use. Okay, for the equality and relational operators, so this is, we have, if in C we use, for equality we use this double equal means it means equality. So for example, if you use statement for if, we just if x equal to y, for example, let me give you, I haven't go to if yet, but just to give you some idea, if you write x equal to y, in this case the compiler will give you error. Compiler won't understand what is this. So what we can do is this, just we put double equal there, so which means if x equal to y. Alright, but if you just write like x equal to y like this, what is the difference between that and that? This means that y take the value, x take the value y. Yeah, x takes the value y. If in the earliest part of the programming you say we have y equal to 7, then with this statement means x has a value 7. But in this case, this is a comparison, either x equal to y or x is not or different to y. So that's a difference. This x does not take the value y. In this case, x take the value y. This is just a comparison. Okay, and as well as other operators. So we have, this is for not equal, this is for less than, this is for less than equal. We have the equal, less than, or n equal, put it together, and as well as the rest of it. Okay, and for the relational operator, you don't have to worry about this. Because this is the compiler, we interpret that. If we put 4 equal to 2, which is, this is wrong, then the compiler read it as false. and the rest of it just the same thing. All right. This is a simple programming of how to use the relational operator. Okay, so for this case, with all this explanation that I've given, I think you can read this program easily. Yeah, just print, so nothing difficult. So this is the initial value, integer 6, a equal to 6, b 7, and c equal to 8. If you print this, so what will happen? This is the output you got. A greater than b, you can see the first line there, a greater than b, 6 is greater than 7, which is wrong. The output is 0. Okay, and b less than c, b less than 7, less than 8, that's true, so that gives you 1, because this is the relational operator. You give it true or not. So 0 means false, 1 means true, and the rest of it you can look for yourself, the rest of it. This is for the floating point arithmetic. The important part here is when we do multiplication as well as division especially, yeah, you must be very, very careful. If you declare y as an integer, then you divide like this, then it will give you integer value. So you round up. So if you have a decimal places, it will give you just a whole number. So this is very dangerous. So for that case, if you have divide by something, yeah, make sure that those something you declare as a real or floats. Okay, and this is for logical operator. I will explain this later when we comes to if statement. Right now we haven't reached there yet. This is the logical operator in use. What is this? If 4, so it's easy to read this. Is 4 equal to 4? This is true, and 5 is not equal to 3. This is also true. So if you have, let's say, some statement, then if this is true, then this is true, and we have n statement here, which means you need both of them true, then next statement will be executed. Okay, so in this case we have or, so which means either one correct, then next statement will be executed. This is for n, and this is for the single statement. Okay. Next, I go to method library function. Library function. So the use of include math h, include standard IO or standard library. So here we have a standard library lib. So you can put this in earlier in the beginning of your programming. I have explained to you what is math, what is standard IO, and standard library means here standard library means the library or the function that already built in the C. All right. Okay. This is some of the, if you use math h here. Yeah, if you math h, then you can apply this this function. This function has been already built in the C compiler. Okay, if you don't put this include math.h, so when we want to use this, the compiler might not understand what is this. So that's the important. So it means this link between your program and the already built-in subroutine or subprogram in the C. Okay, And then this is how do we write the mathematical expression using C. This is just a standard thing. I think you should know this thing. For square root, we have square root. You put in bracket a2 times b and power c to the 3. So that's the way we write power c to the 3. And for the rest, and remember that the order of execution of the mathematical expression, first thing you calculate in bracket, and then and then multiplication and division, and then plus and minus. When they are at this same level, means multiply, or multiply, divide, then you must execute from left to right. From left to right. Okay, here just a quadratic equation. How to evaluate the root of the quadratic equation, where x1 x2 is minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This is the program, short program you can evaluate. So if you can see here, we define a, b, c, x1, x2 and decreminant as floats, and then we scan f. This is, we input the value of ABC. What is ABC? In the equation we have ABC is the coefficient of our quadratic equation. Alright, those coefficient. And then the decreminant, you know what decreminant is. You can that's given as b squared minus 4ac, which is that. Okay, inside there the decreminants. And then you can evaluate x1, you can evaluate x2, and then you can working out what is x1 and x2 is. Okay, so I think for this video 20 minutes, I think I'll stop here. What I have covered so far is just about the mathematical operators, plus minus, plus x plus plus, and the logical expression. For the next video, I will talk on the input and output data. So now, thank you and bye bye.